All right, guys, welcome to Game Central Station. We're going to be talking about the Nintendo Direct, um, about the Switch 2. And there's been a lot of, stuff over the past day that has come out about it that is I think good. There's some things that were not so good.
Not so good.
Yeah,
Things that were good to know before you bought it.
good to yes before you bought it, and some controversies apparently with some of the one of the developers.
Oh, it's a
um
controversy now with the developer. Okay.
Something with From Software potentially. Anyway,
Okay. Oh no.
yeah, the let's just say somebody I know was saying, what is it, Bloodborne, right? That's on stuck
The,
on the PS4.
yeah.
Yeah, they I think they have some beef with Sony, and so that's
Okay.
why this
Ah,
Elden
okay,
Ring.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, well
yeah. Anywho,
let's get to that. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to just talk about just off the hip what your impressions are of it?
so let's just go with whatever comes to mind. But first off, I
Okay.
want to say, guys, this is, if you don't know, this is TK Toss Up. He does a lot of Twitch streaming. Awesome
Yep.
guy. And what you were playing some weird game last time. It was like a roulette, Russian roulette type game with some
Oh,
weird.
Buckshot Roulette. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's a great game. That's a great game.
I had never heard. That was the weirdest look, but it looked fun.
It's
But
fun. It's pretty popular, dude. It's really popular. I'm kind of surprised you haven't heard about it.
I hadn't heard of it. Yeah, I saw you playing. I was like, what the heck is this? But
It's I think you can actually buy a record, like an album of the music in the game. Like it was that big.
oh wow,
Let
okay,
me let me verify that because
huh.
I'm pretty sure you could.
Well, let me see. Let me see what this sounds like while you're verifying stuff. Well, let me see. Actually, can you say something while you're
Something.
verifying?
Hello, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, no, for $22 you can get the Buckshot Roulette soundtrack on vinyl. Something. Hello, what's going on, everybody?
Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. I was like, man, I don't hear you, but I do hear you on
Oh
the
no.
screen, so we're good. But how? So what were you saying?
You can get the Buckshot Roulette vinyl for $25.
That's cheap for getting vinyl.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, that's a complete tangent.
Yeah, yeah. We went off reservation there for a second.
Yeah,
So okay,
as we all want to do.
let me start with this. The Switch, the original Switch. Um, let's just talk about our opinions of that. When that thing first came out, um, I had a PS like P moment, if you know what I mean. Like, you saw something portable that could play games in a pretty decent resolution. And it was almost magical that somebody could walk around with a little device and play those games. Um, I forget where I was. I was somewhere and I saw this kid like playing a PSP. You might have heard the story already, um, Tyler, but I saw this kid playing this PSP and I was like, what? He was
Uh,
at a restaurant. So I was kind of walking by and I kind of like wanted to walk a little slower, so I could see.
now, Joe was 35 at the time.
Well, yeah. But like, it was really cool. And then I saw for the first time in person, somebody had the Switch, like right as it had come out, and maybe, like, I don't know, maybe a week later or something like that. I went to Best Buy because I was considering getting one, and this guy just had it, like a customer in the store just had it. I was like, dude, can I see? And he like let me look at it. So I was like, wow, this is really cool.
Mhm.
Because, and I'm taking us another step back. The Wii U, which I can still consider a pretty good console, like, even though a lot of its stuff
Yeah,
has been ported and things have changed since it originally came out, I played
yeah,
that the most out of that generation of consoles. But the disappointing thing with the Wii U is that I thought I could take that gamepad further away from the console and play games. right? Like I could take it to my bedroom or
Uh-huh.
whatever, and play the game. But you couldn't do that. So when the Switch
Yeah.
came out, it was, as you all know, it was revolutionary, um, because you could have this game system. And tell me if I'm wrong, there weren't like portable PC game systems like the Rogue Ally or the Steam Deck or anything like that before the Switch, right?
I think there was some like it, but I really don't know if there was. I don't think the Rogue Ally was out by then. I
Right.
really do think like because yeah, the Switch came out like 7, 8 years ago at this point.
8 years.
Yeah, Rogue Ally yeah, came out in 2023. I think it says here.
Yeah. So the Switch kicked off this whole generation of portable gaming. Um, Almost, I don't know, dare I say it, almost like the Game Boy of our current day for portable
Hmm.
gaming. Um, so
Well,
anyway, it,
what Nintendo did, and it was something that I feel like it will be considered in the pantheon of like the whole console war moves. They were able to square the circle and make a portable and like home console PC, like gaming machine. Like they were like, okay, we have the we have the Wii U and we have the 3DS, right? Why don't we just make one that's everything? And
right,
they did it. The Mad Lads did it, and they did it very well.
they did. I wonder, like, it would be really cool if Nintendo did some sort of like documentary about how they came up with that idea, for the Switch, and the designers and the hardware guys and software guys, all that,
Yeah.
like they did for the Xbox. They had that whole series for the Xbox. It was really, and they
Yeah.
didn't hold punches against themselves, like for like the Red Ring of
Yeah,
Death and all that stuff.
it's insane. Like if Nintendo is really like they don't talk about their development process that awful much, but the things they do talk about is insane. The little peeks behind the curtain you get. Have you ever seen the image of the one of the first iterations of the Wii controller?
No.
It's insane. It's literally like a Mario store.
Oh, really?
Like
What?
like it. Hold on, I'll see if I can find it and I'll put it up there. But like they literally like I think they really have a building at Nintendo R&D that's just the no bad ideas room, and they just do all kinds of wild stuff. So I could see them like sitting there thinking like, okay, let's make a console where you can swap the controllers out on the console, and you can, and it's just like, that sounds very like intuitive. It sounds like something, and it's something that probably has been done before on like a third party like piece of crap console, but like they took that idea and they refined it and made something very good. Now, notwithstanding the whole stick drift controversy that they have with the Joy
Oh, yeah.
Cons,
I had to
but
send off
that is,
two of them to
yeah, that
Nintendo.
is what it is. That is what it is.
But I mean, I think they fixed them. They worked after I got them back. But so I mean, I have my Switch. I have it just like right here. I got the Tears of the Kingdom version, which Tyler could probably tell you the whole story behind this. But how you remember how I got this?
Oh yeah, you
I
traded,
traded.
what was it, two or three Nintendo 64s for it?
I'm pretty sure it's like 5
Oh,
Nintendo
okay. Well, dang.
64s for the Tears of the King. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that guy like made some pretty decent money off of it. But the OLED Switch I've really enjoyed. And that's another thing we could get into later if you want, but this Switch 2, when we start talking about maybe specs, it's not OLED.
Yep.
There's a pro and a con and all that stuff, but all right. So, do you want to get into the video?
Uh, uh, let's I guess we can talk about the like we can talk about it as we get through the video. Because yeah, I have some thoughts about the whole thing generally, but but yeah, just needless to say, Nintendo with like the innovations that they have, you had the Wii and the Wii U. Even though the Wii U was like a black sheep, there's still innovation there, right? Like like they did something. They were obviously a few years early to what they wanted to achieve. Like you can see the vestigial like beginnings of the Switch in the Wii U, right?
Right.
Like you, and then um the 3DS, like the whole 3D component, like it's like creative, right? It's so like they always try to innovate. And then the Switch 2 comes and you're like, okay, so what is going to be the big thing? Because you've got to think there's gonna be some gimmick in this thing that you don't that's not gonna be replicable. Like it's gonna be something that is on the Switch 2, right?
Right.
So anyway, so that was what my mindset was going into it.
The
Uh and watching this.
well, and I'll say a little bit of a tidbit about the Wii U. They did some pretty innovative things with gaming with the Wii U that they aren't able to do with the Switch. And that was doing some controls on the gamepad that so like what was it, zombie U, like if you needed to
Zombie
like
U.
unlock a door, so you had to like pick the lock but on the gamepad,
Uh-huh.
but you could see the zombies up on your TV screen coming towards you, so it gives you like this urgency. And I
Yeah,
don't know
it
what you
was
call that. Like, what do you call like that feeling that you get when you're in that type of gameplay environment where you're doing? I don't even know how to describe it. But whatever that needity is, for lack of a better term, if that's even a term, that like
nudity.
that magic that happens with stuff like that. Um, Nintendo Land and Mario Chase, right? When one guy had the gamepad and you could see the other people trying to chase you. You're the one trying to get away, but you had the gamepad and you could and the guys that were looking at the screen couldn't see you because you're playing off the gamepad. There's just something interesting about that dynamic, and they haven't done that on the Switch, and I don't think they can do that on the Switch too. Now, if there was some way that they could allow the dock to somehow stream play a video up, that separates it somehow, that
Nope.
would be good.
They have moved. I think it's a one screen deal now going forward for them, dude.
So here's the other thing we didn't talk about yet before we get into the stream is I forgot to go back and watch our stream from last time, but the predictions that we said. Because
Let's
I
see,
remember,
the biggest one that you made was there was going to be $350, which let's just say right now you failed that one.
but I thought I said it was more than that. I
I
could be
think and I
wrong.
think you said you're pretty solid. It was going to be 350. It was going to be below 400. I know
Okay.
one of my predictions is it was going to have an aesthetic of like 90s classic Nintendo, and I think that was wrong. They kind of towed the line more closely than I had thought they were going to. It literally is just a Switch 2.
Right. Um.
You predicted the C button was gonna be something that allows you to use the camera stick or some nonsense.
So
That I shot that down pretty hard in
this
the
is what I
stream.
thought. I thought because a C stick was something that was on the C buttons were something that was on the N64, and it was something that was on the GameCube. I thought maybe it had something to do with that. Like maybe you would hit that button and it would switch the controller layout somehow, like software wise, so that you could use it for playing those games. I don't know, but yeah, that wasn't right. But I did predict that it was going to do GameCube emulation.
Yep, that was one I also shot down, and I was like, if they're gonna do a GameCube game, they're just gonna remake it and resell it. That was that was a pretty good call there.
That was my golden egg.
Yep.
And what else? Was there anything else? I don't know. Anyway, let's get into this. So let me switch over, and here we go. All right, so here's the direct from the other day, and we're gonna watch some of it. We're gonna talk about it, and
Yep.
if you guys have any questions or any opinions, throw them in the chat. All right,
Yeah.
let's get going here. Oh, it goes up to mature rating, huh?
Okay, so yeah, if you just want to scrub through the nonsense.
What do you think this is, though? Like, is there like a message here, or just no? Like, to me, it's like Tetris or something.
It's like they're building it. It's like building blocks. It's like Lego. It's supposed to be. I don't know. I don't think there's any reasoning behind it. If I'm being.
All right, so Mario Kart World, right?
Yeah, Mario Kart World. Now, this is interesting. Now, the thing is, I can already tell you, this game is probably going to rock if you're a Mario Kart fan.
Which I like.
They took this game, and you can see all the characters. The characters that are in it are wild too. I was really pleased to see they've taken some, I guess, Diddy Kong Racing notes, and it looks like it will, like, your car will change, like go into plane mode and all that fun junk.
Right. The stages are massive, dude. Like, look how big.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Mario Kart on modern hardware, and it's pretty insane looking. And every Mario Kart game, I don't know, has there ever been a bad Mario Kart? I don't think so.
Oh, I might get skewered for this. So, when it first came out...
Cow!
Right, the cow. When it first came out, the Super NES version was fun, but going back to it is not as fun, to me.
Oh, you lose.
Yeah,
you lose
I'm going to get skewered for that.
I think the least fun one, and this is probably going to get me in trouble, is actually the one that's on the Switch.
Really?
Like, I feel like that one is the most generic. It's just like, at that point, it's just a Mario Kart formula, and it didn't feel like there was anything fun there. So the thing is like all the other Mario Karts, not counting like the one for the DS.
Hello, everyone.
It always seemed to me that there was like some kind of thing with it, like Double Dash. And there's always like that's what I like about Nintendo, and something that they have kind of been lacking in post Wii is their IPs. They did interesting things with them. So like
right.
when I turned on the Mario Kart for the Switch and played through it, it's just like, I mean, it's good. Like, it's Mario Kart. It's good. It's fun. But it's not like, I'm not going to be sitting there thinking about, oh yeah, no, that was a really fun game. Like, I'm not going to be thinking about that Mario Kart when I think of like fun Mario Kart experiences. Like, even the one for the Wii had some interesting things for it, with the steering controls.
Well, I just noticed something. Or can I scrub back?
Well, you can do steering controls on the Switch, right?
Can you do what on the Switch?
Steering controls,
yes,
like you can go like this.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I saw like a person or something, like with a star lake and like this. It kind of looked like a body. So I was like, what is that? Anyway.
So what I'm interested in here now, the big gimmick of this one, that's going to be either cool or just blisteringly boring, is the ability to just free roam and free drive. Because I was one of those kids that was playing the Super Nintendo Mario Kart on the time trial mode, just driving around, just seeing what was around. I found in the N64 Mario Kart, I found Peach's Castle, just because I was just looking around.
Right.
So that feels like that is a gimmick made for me.
So and later they get into it, but with like the camera and the talking, which is a whole nother like, why haven't they already done this?
Yeah.
Like everybody else has done it. And remember that time me and you tried to use a stupid Nintendo app and to use it for voice chat while we were playing, and it was just
Uh-huh.
horrible. Like
Yeah.
it's like, I'm just gonna call you, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but anyway, so they have all these different like, I don't know, they have Grand Prix and a couple other things, I guess modes.
In the
Um,
classic Grand Prix, race through 4
the
courses in a
the
bid
interesting
for
one
first place.
is I think after this where you just keep racing.
But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the
What do you
competition.
mean?
Yeah, see, like right there they said you'll drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Oh. Oh
And
yeah,
you,
it's like just a linear thing, kind of like what's the name of that game for that Sega game where you're driving across the country?
oh,
Not,
Outrun.
I think, yeah, and you just as you're driving, you just go to the next level.
Yeah, or Hang On did the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's going to be a neat like thing to see. Now, the one thing that tells me then is maybe there's not going to be laps. Maybe it's just going to be one long track that you got to complete.
Yeah,
Which that would be
maybe.
an interesting. Like that would mean they would have to completely rethink how they do laps here.
Right.
Yeah.
There
Hold on
are
one
multiple
second.
checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
Yeah, so the knockout challenge, that looks really cool. That would be a really fun game to do in multiplayer.
You can
Now, the
also
free roam,
freely
that's
drive around
what's
this
interesting
vast
to me.
world in free roam.
And I'm willing to bet there's going to be like secrets and stuff to find. I'm very curious how big it is, and I'm very curious how like stitched together it is. Is it literally going to be like driving around in Grand Theft Auto 5 where it's just one gigantic map that you can go through?
I
Or
wonder
is
if you
that
can
going to be
pull
like
people-
loading zones?
Can you pull people out of the car and like punch them and then take the car?
That would be, yes. Get a 5-star wanted level, have tanks coming after you.
So there's an interesting control thing there. Like they grind on the edge of like the state or the road, or kind of like
Yeah,
Tony
it's
Hawk,
very-
you know?
Very kinetic. A lot of grinding, there's flying, all kinds of stuff going on. So yeah, no, that's gonna be a fun game. That's gonna be an exciting game.
So
That
look at
is,
the,
it's gonna
look
be
at the-
good.
look at the characters that you can pick from here. Okay, so you got the penguin dude, right? He's a character. What is that guy called? The guy that like throws up those balls and throws them at you.
Oh, I can't remember.
I don't know if you guys can see me trying to circle that
Chuck?
there.
Is it? No, it's not Chuck. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Donkey Kong looks different, which is fine. I'm okay with older.
Yeah, Donkey Kong. Very, very interesting. Actually, I'll pull up another picture I want to send you.
Is this? Oh man, I don't want to screw this up. Is this? Oh, I can't. A sweet. See this guy? The who is this? This guy right here, the little spiky head dude. That's like. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's not Piranha Plant.
He's,
God, why can't I think of names tonight?
he's driving.
Is he driving a car?
He's driving a car.
That is insane.
Yeah, he's driving a car. Who else is driving? One of the moles is driving a car. Look, this flying dude here is driving a car.
Wait,
Who-
what flying dude? That
See
little
him?
guy. Who is? That looks like a character from Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, it's I've seen. I don't know what he's in, but he's definitely Mario. Even a Goomba, right? Like, and who else? There's Wario up there. There's another Goomba.
Waluigi.
And look, there is this fish which is just jumping out of the water, but it'd be funny if you could if you could drive as a fish.
That would be fun.
Anywho, I just wanted to pause there to see all that. Oh, look, there's some flying
And I'm
Goombas
sure
up here from like Super Mario World.
And
See
I'm
them in the
sure
top
there's gonna
right-hand
be
corner?
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you don't see the cow in this picture, so I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of weird ones.
Right.
Actually, yeah. Let's put our chips down. What's gonna be one of the weirder characters in this?
Oh man, I don't. Let me see. You know, it'd be funny. I know this is not going to be in here, but if Pierce Brosnan from the 007 N64 game, that would be amazing. Or if you could play as a Mario RPG version of characters.
Mm. So okay, so I could say maybe Mallow or Gino is going to show up, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. But I think Rob is going to make a reappearance.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, he
That
was
would be
in the
cool.
Nintendo DS version of Mario Kart. So just as a little side note, just a little aside, because we're going to probably get into Donkey Kong. I
Yes.
don't know how easy it would be for you to move that picture I just sent you and Signal over. Because I think
Oh,
this is something that when I saw the new Donkey Kong design, it just really kind of struck me.
I don't think I will be able to.
Okay, yeah, don't bother messing anything up. But
Yeah. I got to figure out a better way to just have a spot to like slide in
yeah,
things. You know, I just don't have that
so
set up.
so
in OBS yet.
basically, I just sent you a picture of an original sketch that Shigeru Miyamoto sent Rare back when they were making Donkey Kong Country. The one on the left is what he sent them and what he wanted Donkey Kong to look like. And then the one in the middle is the one that like the Rare developers kind of worked on and made and had him finally agree on. And then the one on the right is like what they ended up with. So this new Donkey Kong looks more like the original Miyamoto design for Donkey Kong Country than the one for Rare.
Are you talking about
And I just think that's very interesting.
the one in Mario Kart World or in the Donkey Kong game that we're about to potentially see?
I mean,
next?
all of it. Like they've completely changed
Okay.
Donkey Kong.
Well, let's keep going.
More details about this title will be shared
press
in the
on ahead.
upcoming Mario Kart
Let's
World
skip
Direct.
on by the
So
talky
be on the
bits.
lookout for more information in the future.
Well, so they're gonna get into
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future. So we hope
by the time I
looking forward to it.
fast forward, it'll be at where I need to fast forward to. Oh, yep, buffering,
Oh no.
just like the real stream.
Shambles.
We'd like to introduce some of the new
Yeah, that was
features
nuts.
of
During
Nintendo
the
Switch
live
2.
stream of the announcement, it just cut the heck
These
out
are the
right
Joy-Con
during the
2
Final
controllers.
Fantasy VII announcement
Really?
portion. Yeah,
I
just-
missed it. I missed the whole thing live, so I didn't catch anything.
We've added
Oh,
a
people were
Well,
going nuts. Everybody's like, "What's going on?"
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
So the mysterious C button. I said it was going to be some sort of like community share thing.
Right. So you were definitely way closer.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I thought like the picture button was for. You know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be open and honest. I'm gonna put my heart out, Joe. I know this isn't a therapy session, but I'm alone, right? When I play games, I usually play alone.
Okay.
So when I saw this, I felt nothing. Like this is not anything I want to do. This is not anything at all that's for me. And it's just like it feels like they've I don't know, made their own in-house version of Discord or something. And it feels like, yeah, if I wanted to play a game like with like friends, I would just hop on Discord. You can get Discord on anything now. I pop it on my phone. And
Right.
so the thing is, this is neat, but it's just like it feels like it's not anything of it didn't add any particular value to me, and it's kind of sucks for me because it feels like it's going to be a huge bit of this new system. So there's going to be like, because they've added a whole button for it.
I think the microphone thing is cool, especially if it could pick you up that far away clearly with noise cancellation. That's pretty neat. When it gets into the camera portion of this, which it kind of hints at right here, I thought the first thing that came to my mind was like, dude, this would be great for streaming, right?
Oh, yeah.
'Cause then I wouldn't have to use like all this complicated crap. I could just
Oh yeah,
copy-
if like the PS4, you could tie it into Twitch or something.
Well, if I'm just saying, if I just captured the Switch, that's it, right? With the camera attached to
Yeah.
the Switch pointing
Yeah.
at me, and you had your Switch going and with the camera. That's all I'd have to do.
Even while playing different
But
games.
if you look at how laggy the other
Yeah.
images are.
I'm like in the sky right here.
Yeah, no, it's very, very, yeah.
I mean, what's the frame rate on that? Like 15? 10?
Looks like it. Looks like it.
Looks like a slideshow.
You can adjust the size of your game screen.
So I guess, you know, once again, if you're just playing with friends and everyone's got their game up and you can kind of swap between it, that's one thing. That's cool. But like, yeah, no, it's not going to be of any use for streaming or anything because of the
But look how
very
crappy
low
it is.
resolution.
See how crappy it is when they bring it up?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought maybe they would bring it up, it would smooth out. But it doesn't.
A little wall ride. So everyone
Yeah,
who
that's
walks
that's kind of a black eye. But you know, once again, I think about like, I try to think about this. Like, it's not for me. I'm already putting that out there. I'm not gonna benefit from this. But then I think about like, okay, think about the children who are gonna have this game, this console.
Right.
on the right
Do you think a
Joy-Con
child, and
controller,
you have more
there's an
experience with children than I
additional
do,
button.
Yeah.
will children get
With
something
the
out of
sync
this?
button, you can pull up a chat
So as a
menu.
parent, some of this is cool, I guess, so they can talk with their friends and stuff. But the other half of it is you need to have the parental controls set up.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah.
can guarantee you, and I'm gonna put this prediction down. There's gonna be a Nintendo Game Chat controversy within the first 6 months of this thing coming out.
Yeah.
Somebody, some old man is gonna get naked in front of that game chat in front of a kid, and it's gonna cause a big stir.
So I don't know if you can tell.
System.
I just noticed right here. See this little notch? Can you see that? There's a little notch right here.
That might be
And
a manual
says-
focus ring.
It says open, right? O-P-E-N.
Oh, okay.
So you can. I think that's
How
what it
can you
says.
see that? My God.
Can you
So I
see-
guess it has a physical lens you can open and close.
Yeah, you could probably rotate it.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. Anyway, so okay, I wish I could. I guess I could pull this up. I guess I could pull this up somewhere. Anyway, they I forget the company, but they announced a piranha plant version of the camera. Have you heard about this? Did you see that post that I put?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
it-
the product plant.
Did you see how you close the lens?
Yep, he closes his mouth.
You close his mouth. I'm like,
Yeah, I
I'm
thought that was
sold.
pretty.
Like, I want that for
That's
work.
pretty neat.
I want that at my desk at work, so I can. Anyway,
Hey,
Hey, what's up? Hello.
And yeah, the quality of the camera, like it just looks bad. Like I'm sorry.
you can
especially when they
appear on
blow it up
screen
like that.
and video chat while
Yeah.
playing a game.
So it's like very low resolution. So like once again,
It was good.
Well, I mean,
cool for people who do this sort of thing. But my question is, who's doing this sort of
Here's
thing?
how it looks with just the camera.
I mean, okay. This gives some positives here.
Please look forward to games with
Yeah.
user
What
camera
other
feed like
console-based system is doing this?
Oh yeah, no, this is a new thing. This is like and being able to incorporate the camera into games. Like I can see people like once again,
Even when you're
I can see
apart,
people
you
having
can
a lot of
play
fun with this
games
and
and
really
hang out
enjoying
as if
it.
you were
Like
together in the same
as a
room.
hangout sort of deal.
Even when-
People who like game online a lot.
You're apart. You can play games
Yeah,
and
sorry.
hang out as if you were together in
I
the
thought I
same
saw
room.
something, but I didn't.
Play
Yeah,
together
I-
or compete in online multiplayer
I think
games.
I'm intrigued.
Chat
The
while
problem
playing your
is,
personal
I need to
favorites.
find some friends that are just as
Decide
intrigued
your
enough
own
to spend
rules for a
$50 on
retro
that
game
camera.
competition. Or hold a sports
Is that you saying you know I ain't buying that thing?
all
Because
together,
I'm assuming
anytime,
it has to be a
anywhere.
USB-C camera.
Game chat.
Uh huh.
Oh, okay. Here's some internet. Okay. Internet, Nintendo Switch Online membership and Nintendo account required for online features, including game chat. But see, this is what I was asking you earlier or the other day is like, because at some point they say, hey, we're going to let people have game chat for free for like a year or something to that effect. And I'm like, well, how are they going to do that for free if you have to have a Nintendo Online membership to use it?
Yep. Hey, Home Pup, welcome to the stream. Home Pup is questioning if his Wise camera is going to work with it.
So you're on
I'm
the
gonna
you're on
say
the wrong
probably not.
You're on the wrong stream to be asking about wise cams. No, I'm joking. If you hack
My-
the wise cam and you solder, so, oh my headphones are like, you need to charge. Um,
Yeah, there it is. 15 minutes
yeah,
in.
yeah. If you hack the Wise camera, then yeah, it'll work. Compatible USB camera required for video chat. Not available in all countries. Okay, whatever.
What did you think? In developing
So-
game chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more
So you gotta hit the
closely,
button,
including family
and then it
and
just
friends.
all that stuff starts
Almost
happening.
as if you're all playing together in the same place.
And does the reswitch
I'm sure-
The camera you saw
Yeah.
in the trailer is the Nintendo
Use
Switch
micro-
2 camera, which will be available on the same day as
micro
Switch 2.
or mini?
USB-C.
A
Yeah,
Nintendo
he
Switch
didn't know.
Online
We were
membership
talking
will
earlier.
be
He didn't know the
required to
difference.
use Game
Couldn't
Chat.
remember the difference between them.
However, since we'd like as many people as possible to
Yeah,
experience
see,
Game Chat,
listen.
it will be available without a membership for a limited time.
Yep.
We hope
It'll be.
So yeah, so people have a full year, so they're gonna get you hooked on it.
But I don't understand that a Nintendo Switch Online membership is not needed to use Game Chat.
Yeah.
So, but how do you play online?
You make a Nintendo account, I'm guessing.
But
But okay, so to play online, you probably need a Nintendo Online membership. But Game Chat is going to be its own separate thing. So, like, we could just, like, when you hop on Discord and chat, it's going to be just like that. That will be free. But the game part's not.
well, what's
So
the point
basically
of
what's going to
that?
happen... Okay, you know what it's for? Do you know what it's for?
Okay.
So little Timmy gets on with Johnny and Jake, right? Jake doesn't have it, doesn't have the membership. They're going to bully Jake into getting the membership from their parents. And that's how they're going to get everyone hooked in.
But all okay. So you're saying all that's going to allow you to do is do what we're doing on Discord right now
Yes, that's what I think.
with
And I
no
believe
gaming.
what they're going to do. Yeah, no gaming, and then they're going to expect you to pay for that after a year. But the thing is, they're going to get all of the kids who can get bullied into buying it. That's what this year's for. It's to get kids to buy Nintendo Online.
Do you think this is going to be
Let's see.
an add-on to Nintendo Online Game Chat?
No,
like an additional fee after the year is over.
It's just going to be it's just going to be part of like what you get. Like you're going to get Nintendo games and Game Chat.
So Home Pup saying could be a free membership that allows chat, but you pay and you get the rest of the stuff.
Yep, that's exactly what it's going to be for a year. And then Home Pup says, and poor people who pay for the chat will have blue bubbles, and poor people will have green. So,
Right. Well, they would be red bubbles in this instance, but yeah.
yeah.
And the team.
Yep, and the peer pressure. Yep, they're going to peer pressure.
Yep.
This is a peer pressure device.
Right.
you'll try it out.
Okay. Because I was really confused about like how the heck is that even going to
Additionally,
work?
Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch parental
Yeah,
controls.
parental
I love how they threw this in here. They're like, we need to make sure that people know that like
Now, I do
I still guarantee you there's gonna be a controversy.
Nintendo
Some
Switch
guy
controls
is going to
and different.
there's gonna be something bad is gonna happen.
Let's keep it PG.
Let's keep it PG. Something bad's gonna happen.
What do you say? Oh yeah. As they pick on the poor Android kids.
I'm an Android kid. Leave me alone.
But the real important question is, so I like this dynamic they do with the parental controls, and they have Bowser and Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
They've done that since they started the parental controls. I thought it's neat.
Settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission
Bowser
is
Jr. has always
always
confused
required
me.
when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with
He
their
is
friends.
like, how's he a son? Who's Bowser Jr.'s mom?
We'd like to
How come they never
introduce
explore
another new
this?
experience you can share with family and friends.
That's in another.
Will
game.
Rocket League actually be playable? I don't know. Probably.
On Nintendo Switch,
If it'll play whatever the
Get
heck
on-
that is.
One game, you can
Get on
pass
Game
the
Chat.
Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game.
So this is a neat little feature.
Right. Locally, so you can play the same game locally with just one game.
Yeah.
So it must be. I mean, how's it doing that? Is it? Are you having to download it? Is it just doing some sort of like AirPlay screen share type thing? You know. And is it?
No,
gonna be
no,
laggy?
no. It's look as you can. It's you probably got to download the game to your Switch temporarily because you see it's two different screens.
Right.
So yeah, there's gonna be some sort of download done.
Right. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, it's got to be some sort of download, but
Yeah.
But I don't. Well, okay. See, it has a little signal strength thing there next to the Yoshi icon at the top. I wonder if you have to have at least a decent enough signal to do it.
With Game
Oh,
Share.
I'm sure it's like an ad hoc
Shown
connection
here,
sort of
even
thing.
games that
Right.
require multiple
Maybe over
screens can be
Bluetooth or
played
some
with one
sort of
person owns a
craziness.
So,
Or maybe you got to be on the Wi-Fi. Maybe you got to be on each of those like the same Wi-Fi connection.
so let's see what it says here.
compatible game. With Game Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to
The
3
mom
other
have you
systems
Winnie
at
O
a time.
Koopa. Oh, I don't want to think about that, Home Pop. That is a terrifying idea.
So you can share a game with Switch, the original Switch consoles.
Game Share also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier.
Okay.
Game Share can only be used with compatible games.
So, okay, it's saying Game Share can only be used with compatible games, right? So it's showing Switch 1 titles right here. So it's saying I can take my Switch 1 game, like Mario Odyssey, put it in my Switch 2 and share it to my Switch 1 and play 2-player?
I believe that's the case.
This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch.
Starting with the
Game
junkiest
Share
game of them
support
all.
is also planned for select games.
Hey, come on, that
exclusive
game
to
is fun.
Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward
It's
to
a
it.
lot of
like-
fun games.
It's like 1-2 Switch.
We'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
All right, here we go. We're going to get into the system
Please
itself.
take a look.
Okay.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo.
So what is that? So it's only like maybe a less than 2 inches?
It's 1.7 inches.
Right.
Switch. The system's thickness
The thickness is the same. Oh, okay. I think the thing with like the OG Switch, and even the OLED Switch, but more so with the OG Switch, is that like the controllers have always felt like they're not solid. Like there's a little play, when you're
remains
holding
the
it.
same.
So hopefully,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
fix
but
that.
about 30% bigger.
Yeah.
With approximately double the
A bigger
pixels
screen,
compared
but
to
the
Switch,
console itself is
you
the
can
same
enjoy
size.
games in greater detail on the
So
1080p.
so
Why
Wait.
do they use this picture?
I don't know, right? But 720 looks better to me
screen.
than 10. Anyway, I just thought, but why did they zoom in that far?
I guess it's trying to show you like how good the quality is.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't
I don't know either. Okay, so this is interesting. So from my understanding, it's 120.
Yeah, Home Pup, it is. It's a very bad example.
It's 120 hertz. In portable mode, in 1080p. Right, which I was kind of shocked because I was expecting in portable mode 60 hertz. But no, from my understanding, it's 120 hertz or 120 frames per second in portable mode also. But this is only for 1080p. 4K is 60 frames a second. So I'm trying to think that is basically what the PS4 Pro would do. It would do 4K 60, 1080p. I believe it would do 120 frames a second. So I'm thinking that this is maybe a hair better processing wise than a PS4 Pro, because it does do from I think it was DLSS and I think it does ray tracing. Am I right on that?
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
Now I really appreciated this because I don't think people understand what's happening with frames per second.
I can't tell
Yeah.
the difference between 60 and 120. They both.
I 100% I can. And
They look the same.
Here,
to me.
here's why. Here's why. And you might, I don't know how much of an audiophile you are, but this is the same type of thing when you're talking about MP3 music and a vinyl, right? Analog.
I would say it.
So okay, MP3 signals like the Mario on the top, right? You're getting samples of the original content, right? The original content at varying spots. But the higher frames per second, right? Or an analog like a vinyl, you're getting more of the true image of the sound or the picture or whatever. So
This analogy doesn't work because 120 and 60 have both a digital signal.
right, but it's just a higher quality signal.
No. What you would have to do to make this accurate is you would have to say it's MP3 versus FLAC, which I cannot tell the difference between.
Well, it's because you don't have the way of listening to it that would make you.
So I
tell
need to
the
go and
difference.
spend $9,000 on a headphone set on a speaker setup so I can hear a FLAC differently.
No,
And
you
I
need,
don't
to
know,
go
dude.
spend about $100 on a converter,
Okay.
on a DAC. But anyway, I appreciated
Anyway,
this.
that's not what we're here for, to complain about my bad eyesight or whatever.
Well, remember when I showed you? I was like, hey, go into your settings on your computer and change the graphic card settings to do 120 frames a second. And you were like, oh my God.
Now that's refresh rate.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
I
That's the same thing we're talking about. It's the refresh rate.
okay.
So HDR support.
The
Do you know
LCD
HDR is
screen
for?
is more vivid and supports
Yeah, you get to see
HDR,
the shiny
providing more
clouds and stuff.
High dynamic range.
Yep.
And it really does make a difference. Especially in movies and
It
stuff like that.
Makes it makes the brighter.
Now the question is, what type of HDR is this? Is it HDR10 or is it Dolby HDR? Highly doubt it's Dolby HDR because they need a license for that. But Dolby HDR is better than HDR10.
contrast
Anyway,
between light and
my
dark
geeky
areas
part.
of the images. The all-new Joy-Con
See,
2
magnetically.
controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily
I still
by
think
pressing the release button on the back.
See, I still
You
think. Or go ahead.
You can't put this thing next to a CRT.
Yeah. Well, I still think somebody's gonna snap off that little thing in the center, the little like connector, edge connector thing.
Yeah, we will see.
This I appreciate.
SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control.
Yeah, that
when
was
playing with a Joy-Con
stupid.
2 held
Yeah, those things are
horizontally.
so dang small on the original Switch.
The left and right sticks are now larger. Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used
See,
as a mouse
see,
to play
that
with
was the other
compatible
thing.
games.
You didn't at
Both
first.
the
You didn't
left
think
and
that
right
they were
Joy-Con
mice.
2
I was
support
like,
mouse
dude.
controls.
I find it interesting. It's like
By
they have
adjusting
both
the audio
mice.
balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld
I want to hear
and
this
tabletop modes.
because, like,
Yeah, Yeah.
the new MacBooks have, they were all talking about how great the sound is on them, and they are. There's some sort of weird witchcraft or something Apple's doing with their with their speaker setup. So I'm hoping that that's what they're doing here.
It has a built-in microphone,
Yeah,
so
the
you can
mic.
voice chat with friends anytime via game chat.
What do you think
It
it's
also
made out
uses
of?
noise-canceling technology to filter
Like the-
sound.
the-
Guess some
the-
plastic.
So your voice will come
It
through
looked like it was
clearly.
more almost rubberish when they were zoomed in on
I
it.
hope not.
Yeah.
If it's
Even if you
rubberized,
don't
that's
have a
gonna melt
surround
in like
sound
20
system,
years.
Games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound.
This I
as if it were
appreciate
coming
too.
from
This will be
all
neat.
around you.
Hopefully you don't need like a freaking proprietary headphone set from Nintendo though.
Boy, that'd be fun.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large.
They
don't
got
know.
a better
sturdy
stand for this one.
Right.
You
Well,
can
and they
move
did
The
on
stand on the
OLED.
first one was dire.
They fixed it on the OLED, but
In
Yeah.
addition to the USB-C port found on
No, the
bottom
two
of
USB-C
system,
ports is
there's
interesting. The
one
ability
on
to
top
charge
as
on
well.
both of them is really cool. I thought that was neat.
I still think
It's handy
that somebody
for
needs to make a
connecting
dang camera that
USB-C
attaches to
camera
the USB-C port, just all in one little combined
or
thing.
charging in tabletop mode.
I'm sure that'll happen.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
You know, okay,
Yeah.
256 gigabytes, great. But did you see how much Elden Ring is going to be downloaded? Because it's one of those stupid cards that doesn't have all the data on it.
times
You
that
know how
of
much it
Nintendo
is?
Switch
100
for
gigs.
storing
How
your
much?
game downloads,
100
Oh, wow.
save
gigs.
data,
Okay.
and more.
Cool.
Reading
So you
and
can put
writing
2
data
digital
is
games on
also
this
faster.
thing, maybe 3.
So basically, you're gonna have to buy one of those expensive SD cards.
Use
Oh,
the
yeah,
Nintendo
100%.
Switch 2 dock to
And
connect
apparently-
to your TV and enable up to 4
Oh, I never got this. I didn't realize they opened up the back of this. Anyway, the biggest of that new, what's it called? The new SD card? Anyway, the biggest one you can get currently, I think. Tell me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong here. I think it's like 256,
4K
right?
resolution for compatible games.
Yeah.
HDR is also supported in TV mode.
Okay. So this does 1440p, which is interesting, which is very interesting. And we go back to the frames per second or the refresh rate here. 1080p does 120 hertz, right? 4K does 60. There are some games like on the PS4 and things like that that will do a variable refresh rate, which I don't know if the Switch is going to do this, or do something in between like a 90. So it would be interesting if that worked, because you get the best of both worlds there.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable.
That's neat.
Wonder how loud it'll be.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Sorry, y'all, I
as
am
well
dying.
as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and
And close
digital
that window.
games are
Turn your
supported.
AC on.
Window's closed. AC's not on yet.
Oh,
It's 82 degrees in here.
you need to get a purifier, dude. Air purifier.
Yeah.
So that controller, that little dock controller thing, you got to buy that. That doesn't come with the system.
Really? It came with
Right.
the old one. The other one had.
Yeah, but that's
That's
a
lame.
charging
As you just
cradle
saw,
or some crap also.
Nintendo Switch
Oh,
2
okay.
isn't simply
They don't have
an
just a
improved
plastic
Nintendo
gizmo.
Switch.
You get probably 3D per one in
We
like 2
redesigned
months
the
after it comes
system
out,
from
you
the
know.
ground up and packed
That's
in lots
stupid.
of new gameplay
Yeah.
features.
Ridiculous.
And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game.
That's the game.
Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My
We
current
can
location
roll through this. We
is
don't need
actually
to
inside the game itself.
see the
They're,
funny.
look, boom,
This
we're there.
is
See?
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Okay.
I mean, even then, we can just kind of scrub through the welcome tour too. This is ridiculous.
so
They want you to pay money for this.
okay. So apparently it's $10 from what I've heard, which is petty.
That's
They should
That's-
just give it to
that's-
you.
ridiculous.
They should just give it to you. I am interested in this because I'm a geek.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be very interesting. But that is like a slap in the face.
Yeah.
I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game.
This is just like Astrobot.
There are a
In a
lot
way,
of question
you know.
mark icons here. Let's examine them.
Yeah, but Astrobot was free, right?
This
It was
sign
free.
reads, where are the
Well,
magnets?"
Yeah.
it was free. Astrobot
The
Playroom
Joy-Con
is
2
free.
controllers attached to the system with magnets. And those
But this kinda
magnets
looks
are
like,
inside the
um,
system.
Labo.
The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made
Yeah,
of
that's
metal.
kind of like the Switch style.
Which
that's how they attach to
did you see the
system.
compatibility list? Is that the only
A
thing
magnetic
Labo
circuit
that
is
wasn't
formed between
compatible
them,
was
so
the
they won't
VR
easily
Labo.
detach.
Oh, interesting.
Through examining
Which
signs like these,
makes
you
me
can
wonder,
discover
is
all
there
sorts
an
of
IR
secrets about
sensor on the
Nintendo
bottom
Switch
of
2.
the controllers on these?
Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls.
Maybe.
And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even
See how
do
the mouse
something like
control
this.
kind
See,
of works
that's-
there?
Yeah.
You can
Combined
adjust
with the
the
mouse and
position of the
gyroscope,
golf club
you
and
can
aim
make
for
some
the
really
cup by
interesting games with
rotating
that.
the
I hope
Joy-Con
they
2.
innovate.
Like that's kind of cool,
By
you know.
combining the mouse
But
controls
okay,
and
Uh-huh.
so
gyroscopes, things like
they did the
this are
treehouse, the
possible.
Nintendo treehouse thing or whatever,
There are secrets to discover,
and
even
Metro
as you're playing
Prime
mini-games and tech
4.
demos.
You can switch to mouse
Some of the
controls,
secrets range
and
from
the way
unique
you know how you
features of
switch
the
to mouse
system
controls.
to tiny details
How?
you might not notice until they're pointed
What do
out.
you? How do you think
There
you
are
have to do
plenty.
it?
You have to go into a menu.
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour
No,
will
you just
launch as a
put
paid
the
digital
controller
game
down
on the same
that
day
the
as
in the
Nintendo
mouse,
Switch 2.
orientation,
check it out
and
if
it
you're
just switches
interested.
automatically. And when you pick it back up, it just switches
Now,
back
I'd
automatically.
like to share some more information
Oh, that's
regarding
cool.
Nintendo
That's awesome.
Switch 2. This is the
They didn't
game
bring
card
Half-Life
for
2
Nintendo
to the
Switch
Switch 2.
titles.
Yeah.
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading.
Okay. Okay. Much faster data reading. Okay. Most important question here. What does it taste like?
This one actually tastes like strawberry. It's a big mistake they're gonna have.
I think it's going to taste like a hot sauce since it's red. And be truthful with me.
They
Have you-
actually cover it in pure capsaicin. It makes you very sick.
ghost pepper.
Yeah.
Okay. Be truthful with me. Have you tasted a Switch game yet?
Oh yeah, the second I heard that they had a flavor, I put one in my mouth. Like it wasn't even a question. I read about it, and I said okay, and I went and grabbed Breath of the Wild, popped it in my mouth, and spat it right out.
I licked one.
I put the whole. I just went in like a chip. I went.
No, dude.
I put the whole thing in, and it's yeah. And guess what? Hey, they did it. It is bitter. They did put something on it.
They
so.
did put something on it. Anyway,
Speeds. Next up,
Who
is
up takes
additional
my
storage.
Switch cards?
Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high
people are gonna
speed
get
data
so
transfers
confused about this,
possible.
dude.
Oh yeah, Grandma is gonna ruin
Please
Christmas.
note that
Oh, yeah.
regular micro SD cards use
Like, I don't even like if you don't look at the thing at the bottom, like how the freak you just
Yeah,
gotta
no,
look,
they needed to change the shape.
well, it's just you just got to look for the EX, I guess. Right?
Yeah, tell Grandma to look for the EX.
But look, they're all 256. Like, there's nothing over that. I could be wrong. Somebody
Yeah.
correct me, in the chat or whatever.
I think there's a terabyte one, right?
I don't know.
For like $1 million.
for
Probably.
Nintendo Switch will not be compatible. Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more.
Yep.
We're also
I hope they do
releasing
like the
a
Pikmin
new
thing.
Pro controller. It has a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls.
And it has a headphone jack.
In addition, an
we
audio
go.
jack has been added.
There you
That's
go.
awesome,
We've
dude.
introduced a few
I'm
new
excited.
features, and after
a
today's
game changer.
presentation, the
I use
official
it on the
Nintendo Switch 2
PS5 all the
website
time.
will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk
All
about
right.
the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check.
Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
June 5th.
We're very
So what is that? That's 3 months?
much looking
That's
forward
2
to the
months
day
away,
when
dude.
you all get to
it?
experience it. So
Yeah, I
please
guess,
wait
yeah.
just
Yeah.
a bit longer.
May, June.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games.
Oh god.
The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
This is going to get so
These games
confusing.
take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2.
Excuse me.
The second type is compatible games that were
I've seen a
released
1
on
terabyte
Nintendo
card, he
Switch.
said.
Yep.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition games are.
Oh,
Do you remember how much they cost? By just out
Are
of
you
curiosity.
Some games
Are
that
you
were
sure it's a
released on
new
Switch
EX
will
card,
receive
though?
Upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree.
So
Please take a look.
I don't know. Like,
All
what do you
right.
think? What do you think of this stuff, man? Like, I don't.
Super Mario Party Jamboree.
I don't know. I was
is
about to say,
getting
do we need
an
to
upgrade on Nintendo Switch
rehash
2.
Mario Party Jamboree?
The upgrade
Well, here's the
expands
thing,
on
like-
base game and add
Okay, I'm just gonna skip to this part.
Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
So you gotta buy an upgrade pack. How much is the upgrade pack?
Please
I don't
look
know.
forward to a new Mario Party
I
experience.
think they're $10
where
a
you can
piece,
see each
but I
other's
don't
reactions
know.
while playing.
I've only heard you say
Let's
that. I haven't
continue
seen
with
it
Like, that's
anywhere else.
ridiculous.
more
Like,
Nintendo
who-
Switch
okay.
2 edition
Who wants to
games.
do iToy? It's 2025.
I mean, I enjoyed the iToy.
And also,
Nintendo
and another
Switch 2
thing,
editions
another
of The
thing.
Legend of Zelda Breath of
Like,
the Wild
I'm
and
sorry,
The Legend of Zelda.
Breath of the Wild is like almost a decade old. Tears of the Kingdom is getting on what, 2-3 years old? You're gonna charge $70 and $80 for that? That is ridiculous. I don't care if you put HDR in it. That is ridiculous. That is like hubris on top of hubris. Come on. Like, they're not like, come on. You're seriously gonna do that. I can't believe it.
He's lost it.
The Tears
He's
of the
lost it.
Kingdom. Enhanced
I will
resolution
say
and
it
And I
does
can,
look
if
a
the
lot
upgrade
better.
pack is more than $10,
also
I'm gonna
support
lose even
HDR.
more.
which makes
Well,
the
here's the
image
thing.
more vibrant. So you can
I'm gonna
play
want.
super
I'm gonna want it
higher
physically.
definition
I'm gonna want it
graphics.
physically.
Plus,
Are you gonna
you can
spend
get
70,
even
80
more
bucks
out of
on
the
it?
No,
version
but I'm
using
gonna want it
Zelda
physically.
Notes.
So I don't want to waste. I don't
This new
know.
feature
Okay.
Can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles.
Okay, so this is neat. I appreciate this. So that
Why do you?
okay.
But why do you need? Why do you need?
Wait,
like,
wait.
GPS. You need GPS.
Yes, you
Okay,
need
I'm sorry.
GPS in that game. You need GPS
Come
in that
on.
game. Oh my! Do you know how many times I had the freaking map open trying to figure out where the heck? So it's have you? Okay, so you haven't watched the Treehouse Live thing. When I was skimming through it, they were playing the game, and it's literally GPS. I'm talking about there's a lady saying keep going, take a left, take a right, just like the GPS in your car.
For
okay.
example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't
See,
found yet.
activates voice guidance.
Guidance activating.
See,
Okay. Hey, I got an important note here. Yeah, voice navigation. We don't. Okay. Nintendo has also confirmed Switch Online Plus expansion pack
Cool.
subscribers
You
will be
can
given
share your
access to
creations
certain
using
upgrade packs
QR
at no additional
and send them to
cost.
another
So
player
if
to
you
create
add, I guess, probably
in their
add something to your subscription, you get them free.
but you got to stay subscribed.
So,
Right?
according to Nintendo of Japan's website, players who already own a game want to upgrade it can
We hope
expect
these features will
to
make
pay
the
between
adventures
1,000 and
even more
2,000
enjoyable.
yen, which is about $10 to $15. So,
In Kirby and the
Ah.
Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional.
This is
That's
this is
still-
my this is my
I mean-
struggle. Is that I'm gonna want to. It's like okay, I'm gonna want to sell. I'm gonna want to sell my version of the game and get the full everything on the card version of the game for the Switch 2. But I also want to keep the original version because I'm a freaking hoarder.
exclusive
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
Nintendo
that-
Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates. This story takes place in the Forgotten Land.
But
after
so
being
so
struck by a
I'm hoping
powerful
a game that
meteor
this
that's
helps
causing some
with is the
mysterious changes.
Hyrule Warriors game. Because I don't know if
We
you
hope
played
you're
that on the
looking forward to
OG
Kirby's
Switch,
new adventure.
but the frame rate's just like I couldn't play it, man. It was bad.
interesting
Metroid
enough, I've
Prime
only ever
4
played that on the
Beyond
Wii U.
will have both a Nintendo
It- no, it
Switch
worked fine
and
on the
a
Wii
Nintendo
U.
Switch 2.
Yeah, it was good on the Wii U. I didn't know it was that crappy.
Yeah, it doesn't run great at all.
In
I
addition
gotta
to
play the
standard
original Metroid
controls,
Primes.
you
See-
can
see
use
the mouse controls here?
for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
Yeah.
And apparently,
I mean, they're
it-
finally
Plus,
doing
you can explore
what they
the
did on
immersive world
PCs for
in
the past
4K
35
at 60
years.
frames per
Right.
second,
but
or
apparently
enjoy
it
smoother
moves
action in
quicker
full
with the
HD
mouse.
at 120
you know,
frames per
compared
yeah.
to the
Choose
jo-
from these
the
Oh, dude,
controls,
it-
analog
both of which
stick.
support
It-
HDR.
It was another
Based on your
thing for the
preference
Xbox
and
360. There was like a third-party add-on
Plus,
that allowed you to use a
Pokemon
mouse
Legends
and
ZA,
keyboard
which is
instead of like
scheduled
the
to launch
controller.
later this year, will not
And
only
people
receive a
was
Nintendo
and
Switch version,
when you
but
play
a
against
Nintendo
someone who
Switch
uses a
2
controller
edition
versus someone
as
who's
well.
using a mouse and keyboard,
By
it's
taking
like
advantage of
playing
the
against a
power of
baby.
Switch 2,
Like people are like,
you can
like
enjoy
people
your
think you're doing
adventure in Lumio
hacks.
City with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
So
Like, and we
okay,
don't need. I don't care about the enhanced resolution for Pokemon X and Z. Come on, man. Now this is interesting. This. What do you think of this?
I think it's pretty neat. I mean,
A wheelchair robot game?
okay,
That's
I think
unique.
I think it's unique. I wish they, and somebody else mentioned this. They could have put a little bit more effort into the graphics on this.
It feels like a eShop game.
Yeah. And
And I
don't-
guarantee you, this is going to be like $30 at least, right?
like I'm not gonna play this. Not to be.
It looks
rude or
like they're trying to. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to snap onto some like Rocket League stuff.
Yeah. I just.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it's going to be fun for more than like 10 minutes.
There's a guy back there like doing tricks. I just. I'm okay. Okay, here we go. I might have skipped too
Switch
far
two.
ahead. But, here we go.
I have long observed the lands between.
Yep, good old Elden Ring.
This world is in
So this
dire need
is-
of repair.
A different version of Elden Ring?
You can see them, can't you?
No, this is just Elden Ring.
The rays
Okay.
of grace that guide you.
Now, and another thing, and I don't want to keep harping on it because it's cool that it's gonna get put out there. But dude, Elden Ring came out 3 years ago.
I have
Right.
Like the thing is, it just feels to me when I'm watching this, it feels almost embarrassing to me to see like a big reveal is like, oh, you get to play a game that our competitors had 3 years ago.
Look,
Harness edition, so I'm guessing it's got the DLC or something, some DLC with it or something.
they
like that.
realize that this is tarnished.
Okay, come on, let's not.
Hey,
Shut up.
Greg DeSoppen from Supergiant Games. Here to say that Hades 2 is
But like,
coming
do
to
you see?
Nintendo
Do you know what I
Switch.
mean? Like,
Our first ever
it's just
sequel
like,
introducing
okay,
Princess of the
yeah,
Dead,
cool, Elden Ring.
and
I
the
played that.
mortal
I
out to
played that
vanquish the
while
sinister
everyone was
titans
locked down
of
during the
God.
pandemic. Like,
You'll battle beyond
Right.
the underworld to the ends of the earth,
Well,
getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth. In a
this gets
story
into a
that
bigger
reacts to your
discussion about
every
like
setback.
every system plays every game,
It's the kind of game
which
you can quickly
Yeah.
pick up and play
is a
whether you're
you know I
experienced
guess a
with the original
pro
or
for
not.
some people. You know,
For
especially
more
for
about
people that
Hades
can't get
2,
all the different
later
systems and
this year.
stuff. You know, and aren't crazy like us.
Yeah.
but-
you just need to get one console. But that's the thing. It's just like I don't need to get more than one console.
Like this
It's all the
game,
same, except for like 2 or 3 games.
everybody like
I
really
don't
really
care about
likes this
Street
game.
Fighter at all. Like,
Everybody likes this game, and I got it. I got it for like $20, right, from Amazon or something. And I tried to play it, and I couldn't. Like you can't just go into like a a fight. You have to play through a story, and I returned it.
Initiating arsenal
Now
boost
this,
wow, yeah, that's
weapon
the
safety
same.
mechanism
this
confirmed.
looks cool to me.
All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine.
This was interesting. Yeah,
Commencing launch.
I wish there was some more gameplay
After
footage.
2 long wars where our
I
freedom
mean-
was restricted, we will finally
They can have it right there. I mean, because this is a game that this must be like the next version of this game or something. Because this game's already out, or a version of it is out. But this looks pretty good. Because what was the crap? Why am I forgetting the name of it? The From Software version of a mech game?
has almost completed a weapon that was
Armored Core.
Armored Core, yeah. That game was fun. I still haven't beaten it. It's hard.
Don't you get it?
Oh yeah, it's very hard. I'm back in 2 seconds, dude.
All right.
all children bring hope to our lives.
But yeah, that looks interesting.
Hey, this is Joseph Forrest from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2.
All right,
game is
so
a story about
not
friendship.
super
You
interested
play
in
as Mio,
this.
who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who writes fantasy.
They got some Madden stuff, which is, you know,
It's in the
there's
game.
people who enjoy that.
Hi, I'm Alan Tew from Avalanche Software.
And there's
We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy. to
Hogwarts
Nintendo
Legacy.
Switch 2.
I have Hogwarts Legacy. I haven't
Hogwarts
played it yet.
Legacy.
Graphics and seamless
Cool.
world transitions.
Apparently, it's supposed to be a really good game.
You'll be immersed in the Wizarding world.
It
like
looks
never
stupid.
before.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I am not. I've never been and will never be a Harry Potter fan. It just does not look fun at all.
Harry Potter.
But you know, once again,
it's pretty good. Like, I think this will be good.
Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same day.
Hogwarts Legacy came out in 2023, though.
That's true.
It's like this game is 2 years old. It's just like, why are you showing us this?
When did Tony Hawk come out?
I don't know.
Right, like PS1.
Wait, is this not a new Tony Hawk game?
It is. I mean, it's like, well, it's not. I don't know. It's like Tony Hawk 2 and 3, or 3 and 4. My bad.
Okay, well, yeah. I guess that was the thing as I was watching this. I was just like, man, they're really showcasing not a whole lot of new games.
Right. What's this next one? We'll skip forward here.
SpongeBob.
Right. They got a SpongeBob stage. They got Hitman. I never got into Hitman.
Yep. I want to. I need to play it.
Oh.
It's apparently really fun.
Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, I'm gonna let this go through here because the next game coming up.
Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2.
Man, they did the banana.
We are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm cautiously optimistic here. Because if this is anything like GoldenEye.
See, that's the problem. That there's exactly one good GoldenEye game, 007 game. There's tons of 007 games, dude. There's all of them suck except one.
No. I think it was a Blackfire or Night, something like. Anyway, there's a couple other ones that are good.
Shadow that never fades is reborn.
I want to like this game, man, but I just couldn't.
Remastered in high definition. Featuring the brave and default commands that help you control the flow.
I couldn't.
I mean, that's some people's jam, I guess.
Jobs to build out your very own
I played it for a while, like I think it was like 20 hours or something like that.
Upgraded features and enhancements.
I just
and all new minigames with unique.
I forgot about that stupid town defense thing. That was lame.
Presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Fine Fairy.
I really wanted to like it.
Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light.
Oh wow, it came out in 2012.
Right.
Wait.
There's a 3DS game.
The 3DS was out in 2012?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. I gotta sit down.
Right? Like I'm highly confident it came out then.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
Because
the
I
3DS
remember
came out in 2011, dude.
I remember when I tried to play Bravely Default, it wanted you to scan a QR or one of those like cards of the Nintendo cards as part of like the beginning of the game.
Collaboration with Nintendo.
And you had to like kind of search around to see like somebody. So it was kind of neat starting out, but then it petered out pretty quick for me. What is this one? Oh, the Hyrule Warriors.
Who descended from the
This is that Zelda, the Hyrule
Joined
Warriors.
hands with the
Hopefully
Hylians
it plays better, right?
Yeah, this looks interesting.
Can I say something controversial?
No. Yeah, go ahead.
I do not I do not like this iteration of Zelda games. Like the aesthetic.
A war was fought to vanquish
I just don't like it.
I think it looks neat. I think it looks neat. The story doesn't grab me.
Like compared to the other ones.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
Yeah.
I think it's the most boring iteration of Zelda that's come out yet.
Is that because you have to like walk everywhere?
Then that must mean
Like the pacing.
Maybe,
off.
I don't know.
To me, the pacing's off. And that's
No, I just mean no. I'm not even talking about the gameplay. I'm not even talking about the games. I'm saying aesthetically.
Really?
Like, think about like the Wind Waker. Think about like Twilight Princess. Think about like the art design of it all. It's just this is the most boring art design of a Zelda game. Of a Zelda game, I think it is. I don't like it.
No.
I don't like it.
No.
I don't like it.
I would say some of the Wii,
it's like
the
oh, it's
Wii
just
Zelda
fields.
game,
She's just
like Wind Waker. That aesthetic was like plain Jane.
Wind Waker. Come on.
Not Wind. No, wait. Am I saying Wind Waker? No. Which one was it on the Wii? Wind Waker.
They had
right?
Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that was like a whole thing.
That was Hyrule Warriors. Age
That was
of
the most
Imprisonment.
plain Jane out of all of them.
It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games.
Okay.
With support from Nintendo.
All
I
right.
hope you're
Cool.
looking
Yep.
forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took
This
place
looks
in
neat.
Hyrule long ago.
I am looking forward to it. Yeah. So the Dynasty Warriors games are really fun.
Some news about Nintendo
I really want
Switch
to
Online.
pop in my old Dynasty Warrior game and play it
You
again
can
because I played the
continue
heck
to
out of those
enjoy
games. They
Nintendo
were fun,
Switch
man.
Online
Yeah.
on Switch 2.
All
And
right.
with Nintendo Switch
Okay.
Online Plus expansion pack,
Oh, what? No, it's about to
So
do my
we've
prediction.
got-
a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2.
Yeah. Joe
Please
is doing
take
a
a look
victory
at
lap
this.
for this one.
I went like this. I went, I knew it! I knew it!
So essentially, you have to pay a little extra money, and you can do what emulators have been doing for the past 15, 20 years.
Exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo GameCube.
So-
originally released in 2001. Here
I
are the
can't-
titles that will be
I
available
can't-
at launch.
I can't pay that for the Nintendo Online version that gives
How
you
much
all this
extra?
stuff.
How much extra is it?
So for the family plan, I think it's like $85. So there's the
My
family
God.
plan that's $35, and then there's the one that includes all this extra stuff, and it's $85 or something to that effect. And I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, you see, and this is the thing. It's another one of those instances with the game chat where you have to. I have to think. All right, this is not for me because I have all of these games that I can just go and play them
multiple
right?
times in different yes.
Yeah, I have these. So, but if you think about the average Joe, they don't have it, and they're not going to spend the effort to like get a GameCube or a
Like that
Wii
game
and do all the
$100.
Yeah, yeah. So the thing is, this is a neat thing for like the GameCube fan who's like, oh, I get to replay some of these classics. Now they won't be able to play all the good ones.
But you can
I
play them
guarantee you-
online. You can play them online, which is
Yeah.
which is neat.
But I can guarantee you, like, I'm gonna put another prediction down. They're gonna put Chibi Robo out, and it's gonna make a Chibi Robo. There's gonna be some people who are gonna get back into Chibi Robo.
More titles
Right.
will be added in the
Because that's one of the ones shown right there. There it is. And that game's really
Yeah. Oh, there, I
expensive,
didn't even
right?
see that.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Luigi's
Nintendo
Mansion,
GameCube, Nintendo
which I still haven't
Classics,
played the
and
original
Switch 2
Luigi's Mansion.
exclusive game library coming to
Oh, you
Nintendo
loser.
Switch Online
I know.
Plus expansion pack
I was one of those guys
launches
that was
the
like,
same
what?
day
I don't
as
get a
the
real
hardware's
Mario
release.
game on the GameCube?
And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released. It can connect wirelessly.
That's cool.
And also
That's gonna be
has
one of
a
those things.
C
It's gonna be
button
like
to quickly access
$200
game chat.
on eBay in like
The
2
Nintendo
years.
GameCube
And you have to have a
exclusively
a
available for
membership
Nintendo Switch
buy it.
Online members
Yeah.
will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
It's just like I need another controller like I need a hole in the
Whether
head,
you're
dude. Like
familiar
I
with
got
the
so
games
many
or
freaking
haven't played them
controllers.
before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo.
Oh, one of the
GameCube.
compatible accessories is the GameCube
Of
USB
course,
adapter.
You can continue to play select games
You know?
Oh,
from the
cool.
systems shown
So you
here
can
on
still
Nintendo
use your
Switch
original
2.
GameCube controllers if
Okay,
you wanted.
let's
Okay,
see
cool.
some more
So, yeah.
games from our publishing and
Granted, there will be no
Only if
C
you want a
button.
wireless GameCube. Oh. Ah! Alright, so this is a big new deal to a lot of people, but
I haven't played this, but
Graham?
the music. I've listened to the music up from the game,
yeah.
and it's really good. Like really great music.
It's good for a certain kind of person. People love this sort of stuff.
I feel like I want to play this.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there were so many of them.
What, chapters?
Yeah. I thought it was just one solid game. I didn't realize it was like...
I don't know anything about Deltarune. The only thing I know, I played a little bit of Undertale, and it's interesting, but I never played Deltarune. So I don't know what it's about or anything.
From Gearbox. Borderlands 4, our
Oh, Borderlands 4, woo, cool.
Have you tried to play any of the Borderlands?
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
Loot and shoot your way through a world filled
For
with
me,
wild enemies
I
and
couldn't
outrageous
get
Have
into
not
it.
have not
It's still
aged
in
well
development,
at
and it's
all.
already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead. And
I want
there's
that
more from
jacket
2K
though,
on the
man.
way.
Hi,
Wild.
I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's
So there's a lot of
Civilization
people
7.
into the Civilization
Yeah.
games.
Okay,
Civ 7, you'll
cool.
establish an empire and
It's
guide
made
your
me wonder,
people
like,
throughout the ages
should
of
I
history.
try that game, you know?
With the new mouse controls, players
Because
can
it's
enjoy
basically
more
like, what, like
intuitive gameplay
SimCity,
experience.
kind of?
Civ 7 launches on the same
It's
day
it's
as
not
Switch 2.
SimCity at all. It's like a strategy
If you
game.
already own the Nintendo Switch version,
Okay.
I don't
experience
think you'll
mouse
like it.
controls in Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade.
Okay, there's a survival kids
And we
thing.
have even more news from 2K.
That's interesting. That was originally a Game Boy game. So
Lionel Jinx.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
oh,
Final
Basco,
announcement
they're gonna
today
bring sports
is that
games.
WWE
Cool,
2K is
awesome.
coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Do you want to watch the survival
I am
kids thing?
so
or want to skip
excited.
through it?
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
And
I don't really have much to say about it. It looks interesting. You know, if it's like $15, I'd give it a shot. And Into the Gungeon 3D, that's gonna be interesting. The Into the Gungeon 2. Into the Gungeon 1 is so hard. Like,
Hi, I'm
I don't know if you've played it.
No.
It is difficult.
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
Little bullet guys.
Like hard to.
Gungeon's depths in our rogue
Like I've gotten to the second
now
level.
reloaded in
Oh
a new
wow.
3D art
So
style.
it's like Cuphead level stuff?
You
Or?
can expect some fan favorite elements to return.
Yeah,
We're
I've
still
gotten
working
farther
on
in
the
Cuphead.
game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
Okay. So this is where like the stream cut out when it was first being shown. So I didn't see this.
Huh.
So like what is this? Like Legoland or something? I don't know.
It looked kind of.
When I see this type of animation and stuff, I just check out. You know? Like I'm like, no, I'm good.
It feels kind of like No Man's Sky. That's just not my kind of game.
Right. I tried No Man's Sky. I spent some time on like another like I'll put about 20 hours into a game, try to give it a chance, and then I'm like, alright, I'm done.
I was so bored.
Yeah, I kept having to like mine crap.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world
Oh,
I was like, okay, cool, Cyberpunk.
Nintendo players for the
Yeah.
first time.
Interesting.
Cyberpunk 2077 is an open world.
The big who cares
action-adventure
for me.
RPG
Like
set in
I tried to play it. It's not. The game's not fun. I just didn't have fun playing it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
or on the go.
I played it for a couple
I-
hours.
I- like the story's interesting, but I was
And discover engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077
like I was bored.
Ultimate Edition comes
I feel
to
like I
Nintendo
should
Switch 2
give it another
on
shot. Because it looks neat.
こんにちは。スクエアエニックスの浜口です。
Yeah.
任天堂スイッチ2で、
うん
ファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。本作は
This
Like,
game's been
okay,
out for a
cool. I
minute.
can guarantee you, like pretty much everybody who wanted to,
一作目と
yeah, who's wanted to play it has already
20年以上
played
の時を
this.
経て再創作された新しい FF7 を体
So
験
it just begs the question: Who is this
スイ
for?
ッチ2で展開する FF7 リメイク
Well, it's for the
シリーズ
people who haven't
ぜひ
played it
ご覧く
yet
ださい
that only have Nintendo. Like they're only Nintendo
I mean-
people, you know.
I know, but I can guarantee you this thing's gonna be like $50.
Easily. I wonder how it's gonna run though. Because like it doesn't run very good. It doesn't run very good on the PS5. Like it looks
Now, this
grainy.
apparently people freaked out at this. People have been waiting on this game, Silk
Hollow
Song,
Knight?
for a very long
Yeah.
time.
Is that
Yeah.
that the next version or something, or is it just the?
I have no idea what it is.
Because
Yeah.
I played the first Hollow
It's
Knight.
like a add-on or something.
Okay.
I need to play it. I've got a little bit into it.
It was. I played through the whole thing. It was good. I liked it. The first
Yeah.
one.
Which book? That's kind of interesting looking, but I don't know what it is. Tetris game. Oh, cool. Moon Factory. That's got like a little fan base.
This is
with
interesting to me. I would. Star Wars all Actually,
it failed. Ubisoft trash.
I thought I bought that. I need to make sure I got it in the mail. Gamefly was selling it for like $20, and I was like, "Oh, I'll pick it up." I can't remember if I did that though.
No bungus edition.
It was like Wipeout.
Yeah, that's not F-Zero.
There's that Pac-Man game.
That's interesting. Yeah, it's all the games that are still going to be on the Switch.
That looks interesting right there.
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
And Fortnite. Yes.
Fortnite. Yes, I'm excited about this actually.
Why?
Ridge Racer Arcade,
Why?
dude. Whew. I'm excited about it. I really like the
Good
original
old
Ridge
Professor
Racer.
Layton. Tamagotchi Plaza. Okay. All right. All right.
Okay.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the
Okay.
last from our publishing and development partners.
Here we go.
Please take a look.
What were you thinking when you saw this the first time?
When I first saw it and I was like, okay, this looks neat. I literally was like, this looks like Bloodborne. I wonder what it is.
I kind of thought Devil May Cry for a half second.
I was like, yeah, this feels not like Bloodborne. That's very interesting. I wonder. My first thought was, are they bringing Bloodborne to the Switch too? Like, what's going on with that?
My life.
Because like they're obsessed with blood and Bloodborne.
Turn. A wheel. And transport him.
So this guy's like a vampire, basically? Am I right?
I have no idea. I'm guessing so.
Because if you watch,
It
like,
feels
in the
like a
gameplay,
vampire.
he's like
He sucks someone's blood.
yeah.
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, yeah, that was so cool to see.
To me, it looks really good graphically. You know? Like, I'm not used to Nintendo having games that look like this. I think that, like, the Wii U tried back in the day.
So, yeah.
To kind of have games that look like, look decent.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's buffering. But it's buffering.
So anyway, I was so excited. I was like, okay, here is my reason to buy a Switch 2 and have one day one. Because I am a From Software game, like, fan. I love these games. That dude, and then you have the jetpack. I'm like, oh man, they are doing some new stuff with this. And then to my complete and utter shock and disappointment, this is not an actual, like, FromSoft game in the sense of what I was expecting. So I was very disappointed, and it really, really put some wind out of my sails. So this FromSoft game is apparently a PvPvE game.
What the heck does that mean?
And it's like, it's more multiplayer focused. And I'm not like a multiplayer guy. So basically, when you play like a FromSoft game, you're playing alone, except when you can like summon people in. But you don't have to do that. But this game apparently is more focused on that.
Carrier of blood.
Okay.
I mean, but I don't know. I could be completely just like wrong. Like it could be what I want it to be, but I just when I heard that I was like, okay, well that kind of sucks. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it looked really cool, and I really hope I'm wrong, and I really hope that I can find a reason to live again.
The end game graphics don't look as great.
It looks just like a FromSoft game.
Yeah, but they look really like.
So yeah,
resolution was, I don't know.
Yeah, very, very, very obviously they're like, hey, Sony won't let us make a Bloodborne, so we're gonna do Bloodborne but different. Yeah, so that's
so next year.
A Nintendo Switch 2
was a brand new game by From Software. We'll be
So are you gonna buy this
Voice
thing?
article where the game's director Hidetaka Miyazaki
I'll have to
share more details about the game.
it was a #1 day one buy just seeing the trailer, but then after reading about it, I'm gonna have to get a little more insight on what the gameplay is like.
We'd like to
Are
thank
you
the
gonna buy
developers
the
who appeared
Switch
today,
day one?
as well
Switch
as our
2?
publishing and development
Or are you gonna
partners
wait till that game
I
comes
don't
out?
know.
prepared footage for this presentation.
I don't know. Like after some stuff I've heard about the Switch 2, after some stuff I saw,
In addition to what you saw
I'm
today,
kind of like
our
I'm
partners are
kind
working
of
on
on the
many
fence
games coming
now
to Nintendo Switch 2.
because it's just like
We'll showcase more games in the
I don't
future,
know.
so we
It
hope you're looking
feels
forward to it.
like the game is like
Please take a look at this.
it's like $80 to buy a game. That just
Yeah.
feels so.
Wrong?
I'm so offended by that. It just
Yeah.
feels like, and you see what's going to happen. Nintendo is going to ruin it for everybody. They're going to set a precedent. You had Rockstar out here saying that Grand Theft Auto 6 should cost $100. Guess what? It's going to cost $100 now.
Well, so
It's just going to.
But Sony started this. Actually, I mean, if we go back to like the 90s, games used to cost a crap ton of money. Like more than the
Yeah.
average of 60. They used to cost more. But
Earthbound, if I'm not mistaken, Earthbound was $80 back when it came out.
Right. And Sony started charging like $70 a game instead of 60 with the PS5. So they've been inching up, and some people say it's because of like the tariffs and stuff like that, but the tariffs weren't fully announced until after this.
Yeah. So yeah, the price may go up.
Right. Right. Oh God. I don't
Kirby
know.
Air Riders,
Man.
that's interesting.
Yeah, I had that.
Did you ever play
actually.
Kirby Air Ride?
I had it, and I sold it.
Oh, you loser.
It wasn't. I mean, it was fun, but it wasn't something I was like, I need to keep this. You know.
Kirby Air Ride, which
That's something I
originally
need to
released
cherish.
on the Nintendo GameCube
Right.
system
Like I didn't
20
have any
years
like
ago,
nostalgia
is getting a
towards it
brand
or
new
anything.
game. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders.
I'd
directed by
probably
Masahiro
skip this
Sakurai.
game. There's so many Kirby
Really?
games, man.
Next
Yeah, I'd
is
probably
our
skip
last
it.
trailer
If you
for
get
today.
it, I'd play it with you or
Please
something.
take a
But
look.
Okay.
I'm not gonna spend $80 on it.
That's the thing, $80. Like you really have to be selective.
Right.
So here is what I think was the showcase game of this whole thing.
What was
and
this?
they probably thought so too, and why they put it down. You had Super Mario Kart World, and then you had this one. It's like the two big ones. in my opinion.
Oh! I know what this is now. I was like, what the heck is this? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should have called it DK Odyssey.
And there he goes, busting through. So why is he...
He's wearing the green pants.
Yeah, so why is he wearing them pants? Is it just like, oh, you're seeing behind him all the time? You don't need to see his monkey butt the entire game? So what this tells me is I feel like maybe Donkey Kong is going to be more like, they're going to be more wacky with him. Like, he's probably going to have, like, costumes and stuff that he's going to wear. Kind of like Wario in a way.
Maybe. Like, what's up with this little rock dude? Who's right on his shoulder.
Yeah, some sort of familiar that's following him around. But yeah, no, this game looks very interesting.
Oh, they got some side scrolling. I missed that when I watched it the first time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And yeah, so the thing is yeah, Donkey Kong is like they're not only changing Donkey Kong, but they're changing his personality too. A guy now.
And I'm happy about that.
Like, he's more wacky and goofy. He is literally more like the classic Donkey Kong. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm ambivalent. Like, I was never like Donkey Kong has to be like Donkey Kong. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know why this is.
But
buffering.
it's interesting, and this is something that Nintendo. That I am so happy to see Nintendo doing something different with one of their main IPs. Like, I was kind of stoked to see that they did a full like facelift change for one of their big characters. Like I don't know, you don't really see that often anymore.
Right. So this is coming out. When's the Switch coming out? Is that the same day?
Was a brand new 3D
June
platform
5th. So
action
that's like
game starring Donkey Kong,
a month
called
after
Donkey
the Switch
Kong
2 comes out.
Bonanza. With incredible strength,
Why couldn't they just
smash through enemies, walls, the ground?
I guess they didn't
and
want to
just
compete
about
with
everything as
Mario
you
Kart.
demolish your way through a massive underground world.
Probably. That's probably exactly
More
why they
details
did
will be
it.
shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
They could have picked any voice they wanted for that guy, and they
Nintendo
went
Switch
nerd.
2 launches on June 5th.
All right. So that's.
Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch. We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version.
Okay. So I really want to be excited about this, you know? Like, it's finally a new system.
Yeah.
Because we haven't gotten a new system in a while. And
yeah.
It's been 8 years, right? 8+ years. So I really want to be like excited. I want to go to the store, I want to pick it up and all that stuff, but the price of it is just, it's getting a little nuts. Like I told you about this earlier today. I was like, you know, if I got what I actually wanted when this thing releases, I'll spend close to $1,000. You know, if I get this combo with the Mario World game, I get the camera, I get an extra controller, you know, the tax on it, all that other stuff. I mean, you're getting up close to $1,000.
Yeah.
So
and that's like the thing is like, I don't know. The thing that really turned me off, and that's the thing, if it was Switch, it's $450, games are like $60-$70, I could see myself being like, okay, I mean, it's a new console, right? Like how much was the Xbox? It was more than $400, right? The Xbox, the PlayStation 5 was like what, $700-$600, right?
So yeah, it was like 600, I think.
Yeah. It was still it's still priced below the other one. And the thing is the idea is you get this and you get into the Nintendo ecosystem, and they do admittedly make some of the best first party games, right? You are not getting Donkey Kong on any other console, right?
Right.
So that to me is like, okay, well that's you know, gonna be worth it. You know, when the new Mario, you know, like a new Mario game comes out with a new unique spin on it, you know, that's gonna be cool. It's gonna be neat. It's gonna be cool. But for them to come out and say, we're gonna charge you $90, $80 for a physical copy of a game, and that game doesn't even have the game in it.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's a hard pill to swallow, dude. That is a very hard pill for me to swallow. And it makes me want to wait until a killer game comes out that I have to have.
So I don't think that the console price is terribly out of line. I do, however, think that the games and the accessories are wildly out of line.
Yeah.
The only reason, like, I think this combo right here is worth it because it makes that game $50. It's digital, granted.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you know, like any other Mario Kart game, whatever, they're going to have so many DLCs for this. And eventually, because they did this with Mario Kart 8, is that they brought out a version physically, if I'm right, they brought a version physically that had all the DLC on it. Right? Like actually I want that one because I have just the game and then I downloaded all the DLC. But
Yeah.
So my point here is I don't mind buying this particular game digitally. Because I know at some point in 4 years they're going to have hopefully have a physical version with all the DLC on it.
Yeah.
What we're talking about here is like preservation and wanting to have it all on one, having it all on one cart somehow. But I don't know how big those new Nintendo carts, how big they can hold. If they can't hold over 100 gig, there's a lot of games that are going to be over 100 gig.
Yeah.
So you're never going to get that game fully on a cart.
Yeah.
So I think,
and then when they take these servers down, you're just going to have boxes of plastic that are going to be completely worthless.
So what we're buying here, in my opinion, what we're buying here is the first all digital only main console.
It's getting there. It's not exactly there, but it's getting there.
It's pretty much there. Like this
is the stepping stone. The next one is going to be all digital. I guarantee you that. But you see, this squares a circle of like, I was like, okay, so they make all digital. How is like Walmart and stuff going to get their hit? Well, they just make the game key card things. Like they figured it out.
Right. And the game key card thing, I don't like that either because it's all tied on some dang server somewhere. Now I know that, as years go on, that somebody's going to hack that stuff, but Nintendo, as we all know, is a dang mafia when it comes to their digital, things being hacked or put online. So I don't know, man. This is gray area. It's a scary territory in terms of gaming, which it's gaming. So it should be.
It's crazy. No, don't say it's gaming. Do not say that. I will smack you in the head for saying that. No, think about it. And this is an insane thing to think about, right? Okay?
Okay.
Do you know how many silent movies we lost?
A lot.
Yeah, something like, I think like 95% of them. Like most of the silent movies that were made are gone. And we only have evidence that they existed through like magazine, like newspaper articles and stuff that like showing, oh, this movie's coming out, right?
Right.
So here's the thing. If and someone some game preservation thing did a study. They looked up like all the games that are out, right? Like through the eShops and everything. And they did some research on all the games that have existed. If piracy did not exist, right?
Right.
If there are these nerds who are collecting games and making copies of them did not exist, there would be more games unplayable, percentage-wise, than lost silent movies.
Well, and I
mean,
if you
think about that, so that would be like over 90% of all games made would be completely unplayable unless you jump through all kinds of hoops.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Like, and just any other media where that would be like this is a historic and cultural loss of likes that we have never seen before. And do you know why? Do you know why that's allowed and why people can just like get away with that happening? Do you know why, dude? Because they can look at it and go, oh, it's just games. It's just games. You have 40 years of history, of hard work, of effort. It's just games. Like it is so mind-boggling. So mind-boggling. I cannot believe in the year 2025 people still think that and still go, oh, who cares if the server goes down? Just buy the console and play the game and shut up. And then when it goes down, it's going to be like 20 years from now, who's going to care? People who preserve this stuff is going to care. If people don't care about it now, it's not going to be there for people to play in the future. It is. It's just. It's
I
so
can't-
insane to me.
Somebody lit a fire under you.
Sorry, I just.
No. Well,
it's such a.
It brings up this whole other thing, though. Is like, okay, there's a lot of effort for people to preserve these games and to preserve history in general, right? But then you also have to like, and this is just where I'm thinking, like, you have to think, okay, nothing obviously is going to last forever. Try to enjoy the moment that you're in the game. You know, if you're playing a game, enjoy the time that you have with that game at that time, that one time, as much as you can. Because you can spend. I mean, how much time do people spend trying to preserve, or for me personally, trying to preserve a game, right? When I could have been playing that game in the time I was preserving that game, while it's still here, you know. That makes sense.
Well, not to like crap on, dude.
No, I'm just trying to bring up
let me
another
be completely
viewpoint.
clear. Like you, me, we are not preserving the games. No, I'm just saying, we're not doing anything. Anything we do is benefiting off the fruits of the extremely difficult labor that
Right.
other people have gone through, right?
Right.
So like your difficult thing is like, oh, how do I organize these games? How do I just get them to run? Right? And that's nowhere near what I'm talking about. We're talking about people. There's going to be people, dude, who the day the Switch 2 comes out, they're going to be cracking it open and trying to figure out how the guts work on the inside. They are obsessed with this kind of stuff, and they are heroes. And that's the thing, dude. No, get your games, play them, enjoy them. But the thing is, this needs to be something you think about. Is like, okay, well, yeah, no, this is going to be good. This will be fine. But there's going to be people who they're going to do that instead of play the games. They're going to try to get them to where they can be preserved. And that is like heroic.
Yeah. No, I'm with you because I enjoy the fruits of their labor all the time. You know, the Mr. FPGA project is a prime example of that. All the cores and the work that people put into those things.
Like absolutely, yeah. The amount of like love, like literally love for this art form, to have somebody go and say, let me make Sega Genesis run on a different chipset. Like that is like hard to think about. The amount of like expertise and all that you have to do and have to be able to do something like that, and then you just do something and put it out there. Like insane. So yeah, what's going to happen is as we get forward here, these games are going to be it's going to be nothing but DRM, and it's going to be very difficult to preserve these things. And I don't know what's going to happen. And yeah, so and it's just like, I'm sorry, but like it feels just so like to spend $80 on just a piece of plastic that doesn't have the game on it is like such a bad taste in my mouth.
Well, wasn't I was reading something or heard something about like apparently what was it, the 3DS? There was a big outcry about something with it, and so people boycotted something about it, and that made Nintendo like lower the price or something. I mean, so I think it's possible if you don't buy, and this is where I'm like, I want to get the system. I want to play my original games with better resolution, you know, because I think it will do some of that, right? Without having to pay the $10, you can just get a little bit better bump in spec, you know, for the original games. But I don't know. I mean, what do you do? Do you not buy the system? Do you not buy the games? Do you wait it out?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that might be the thing to do.
Well, the thing is, I don't think they're not gonna make any change. Like they're not at this point, they're not gonna make any drastic changes. This is the way they're going. And the thing is most people don't care. So your protest of not buying it is not going to do anything. Not enough people are not going to buy it. Now, you
Yeah.
could argue that, it may go the way of the Wii U. This may not be a hit. But I feel like it's because, think about the economic future we're looking towards and all that, right? Who's gonna want to spend like $600 on a game console right now? So it may have like not that great sales to like normal people, and just knows they're gonna pick it up at first.
Mm.
I don't know how it's gonna go.
Well, I mean, as news comes out more and more about the system over the coming weeks, in the coming months, I think, maybe they will see some of the outcry about some of these things and make some changes, I mean, maybe they'll be like Sega with a Sonic movie and be like, oh yeah, Sonic does look awful. This does not look good. Let's change this
I
because
still
people
have
don't
I,
like
I'm
it.
still I have a conspiracy theory on that, dude.
I think you've told me this, but
I
go for
very
it.
strongly see, that's the thing. I want to say so badly they did that on purpose, but then you look at it, they had like McDonald's prototype toys made for it and everything. So that
Yeah.
would be a very long, expensive con to do.
Right. No, I think somebody thought
But
that
I
he
don't know.
looked okay that way, and I was like, no. So
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
So yeah, final thoughts. Are you gonna buy it day one? Yes, no, gun to head right now. Answer.
So I'm gonna get my brains blown out then. So basically, what was making this hard is that I want to experience the release. I want to be at the store. I want to go to the midnight release. I want to pick it up. Like there's something about that you're not gonna get later.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think I am going to get it day one. I think I am. Cuz I've been saving up. I have it so I can get it if I want. I just
yeah.
But I'm not happy about some of the stuff. Like the prices of the games are just astronomical. I think the third-party games, they'll go down in price pretty quickly. Because they won't sell.
Yeah.
At the numbers that they need. But Nintendo being Nintendo, they're not gonna. What Nintendo will probably do is they'll do something like they did with the Switch, where they have like you can buy those the tickets or whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about? Like you can buy these digital tickets that get you 2 games for like $100.
No.
Yeah, there's this thing on the Switch you can do if you have like the online membership or whatever. You can get 2 digital games for $100. So instead of it being $60 per game, it's $50 per game. So I can see Nintendo doing something like that with, they won't go and like officially lower their price, but they'll have some other method to make it cheaper. Because I don't see how they're gonna people are gonna go and buy 80 like that Donkey Kong game for $70. But granted, people have been buying stuff for $60.
Yeah.
So
that's just a little bit.
It's going to be interesting, but I want to experience the midnight release. If I can't go and get one at midnight release, then I might not get it. I might hold off.
Yeah. Okay.
So how about you?
Okay. I'm really, unless some big news comes out, I don't think I'm going to get it like day one. Because like you said, it is very expensive. And I have some money saved up, but like I feel like the ecosystem has to mature a little bit for me now at this point before it feels worth it to me. Because right now, if I buy it, I would buy it, and then the only games I would have available basically is Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Bonanza. And it's like, so I'm going to spend like $600 on a Donkey Kong machine. And it's like, I need to wait for there to be a couple of killer app games come out.
But here's the part that makes me want to get it is that It's not just for those games.
Oh yeah.
Am I cutting out? You hear me okay?
You got kind of robot mode for a second there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just about those games. It's about that I can play my original Switch games on it and get a better boost in the game. Right? Which they didn't tie into too much here. But I'm assuming you put in your OG Switch game, Mario RPG, for instance, right? It's going to look a little better. It's going to run a little quicker, right?
Uh-huh.
So you're getting it for that also.
I don't feel that.
Really?
Because I don't know. Because I very seriously doubt you're gonna get like an improvement in frame rate or whatever on classic Switch games. Like I'll have to see that with what I'm willing to bet is gonna happen when you put a Switch game in, it's gonna put it into like Switch mode, and it's going to just limit it to Switch hardware specifications. It's gonna like silo it out. I don't think you're gonna get any improvement out of it.
The other reason
Now you might have like the resolution on the screen might be better,
right?
But that's not gonna do a whole lot.
The only other thing I could think too is, and this is kind of a fringe case thing, is that whoever bought the original Switch, like the first version of the Switch, when it the first year it came out or whatever, is that was an easily hackable system. Still is. Right?
Uh-huh.
If you got the version 2 of the OG Switch, it was not hackable or harder to hack. And the OLED version is not hackable from my understanding. So one draw could be is that this original version of the Switch 2 in the future might be the one that is able to be hacked easier. So just another aspect to think about. But so
no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, there's I don't know. There's these fringe things. But let me, I guess, stop this thing from doing this, and let's switch us back over to talking with guest. So
yeah.
So you're not going to get it. I'm going to get it. Is that where we stand now? Day one.
Yeah. Right now, yeah, that's what. Now I'm happy to change. I'm happy to change my mind if I hear some different news or something excites me. Like I said, I've set aside a set amount of money for it, and I have it. Now, if I don't see a need to, I won't spend that money on it, and I'll have that money for a rainy day, or in the event that I need to get it I want to get it down the line, or if there's something else comes up. I could get myself a nice graphics card for my PC.
Yeah,
I can update my PC pretty nicely with that money, and that's something I put in consideration. It's like, so maybe instead of getting a Switch 2, I get like a Ryzen, what is it, 7800 GX or something,
yeah,
and just have that, because I use my PC nearly every day and play games on it.
So okay,
and it's like, I don't know, I could do that. I don't know.
So kind of undecided, I guess. But as it stands right now, no for you, yes for me. So next time we stream, which could be next Thursday, Tuesday, whatever, things are kind of up in the air because of my schedule. But when we stream together, I think what we're going to try to do, I don't know if we'll get to this beforehand, but we're going to start playing Super Mario RPG on the Switch. And the concept here, and Tom, I could tell you better, is the book club idea.
So yeah. Yes. Now, I know that's not the most original idea. If you look up Video Game Book Club on Google, there's like 900,000 different results. Like, this isn't a new idea. This is commonly tread ground, but it's a neat idea. And I think it's really cool. So basically, the plan is me and Joe are going to And I think we're going to try to do a monthly challenge, right? We're going to start a game up and we're going to have 1 month to finish it, right? And by the end of the month, we'll have a stream where we talk about the game, what we liked about it, did we have fun, or did we play it again, blah, blah, blah. And the idea is, maybe we'll do, just one long game, like Super Mario RPG, which that's not really that long. It's a decent length. Or, if it's like a long, long game, like if it's like Final Fantasy VII or something, because that'd be a fun one to do. Like redo the PS1 Final Fantasy VII. Maybe we'll give us 2 months to do it because we
Right.
have schedules and we
I
don't have time to
I
play
need a
games
little
anymore.
longer.
Or it could be a week-to-week thing. There's a say, yeah, like say it's just like, hey, let's this week, we just went through our game. Let's go and play just for example, how about we go and play like ActRaiser for the Super Nintendo, and we just play that a couple times, try to get to the end. Not going to get to the end. You're not going to beat that game. It's very difficult. But just play as much as we can for the ensuing week, and then come back on the next week and talk about it. It's not like going to be exactly a science, right? It's
Right.
just we're going to play a game for a set amount of time and then come back and talk about it.
And if you guys, watch this and you want to make a suggestion or
we
something.
both have a copy of Super Mario RPG for the Switch, and I don't think we neither. Have you played the Switch one yet?
I have
Yes,
not.
exactly. And make a suggestion, or if you want, you can play along with us. And so yeah, it's gonna be neat. It's gonna be fun, and we're actually gonna play some games.
Right. Well, I think our audio and streaming are getting desynced here, and things are unraveling. So it might be a good time for me to stop the stream. But thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next one. Adios for now, guys.